Managing employers and employment detail. One of the most powerful features in Connect is the ability to accurately reflect employment detail associated with individuals. For example, if I select an individual's record, I can then manage the employment details associated with this individual. Under the Employers section of an individual's record, a Connect user can manage the employment details associated with each individual. Connect views employment details as being three distinct buckets. The first is work location. For example, this individual, Jessica Banning, works at Hoover Hall, which is associated with the main campus of South Columbia University. The second bucket is work structure. What is the structure of the employer? In this example, Jessica Banning is associated with the English Literature program, which is part of the English department, which is part of the College of Arts and Sciences. The third bucket is job categories. Jessica Banning is a full-time non-tenured track faculty, which makes her part of the professional staff division. This is a higher education example, but for each of AFT's 5 divisions, a separate kind of structure for work locations, work structure, and job category has been set up. Employment detail under each of these 3 buckets can be managed by selecting Edit. The Edit option allows a Connect user to edit the work location, work structure, and job category information that is associated with this individual. These relationships can be hierarchical, or they can exist as standalone options. For example, if I select Doyle Hall as the building, Connect knows that Doyle Hall is associated with the Harrisburg campus. Under work structure, if this individual is associated with structural engineering, that will change the department and the college. Under job category, I can manage someone's job classification, which will also change their division. Accurately reflecting the employment structure is critical for 2 reasons. One, it allows you to generate reports based on employment detail. For example, if I wanted to know my membership density among support staff on the Harrisburg campus, I could do a report based on these variables. Or I might just want to know my membership density among people in the College of Engineering on the Harrisburg campus. In Phase 2 of Connect, we will also allow users to define data access based on employment detail. Connect's ability to track employment detail is a powerful feature of this program. Let's take a closer look at how this is managed under the Employer tab. To manage information related to an employer, begin by clicking the Employers tab. This will open the Overview page. This is very similar in appearance to the Overview page for individuals or for other sections. It consists of a grid that lists all employers associated with this affiliate, a filter option to filter down the grid, an action bar that can be used to apply actions such as exporting data to the data in the grid, and the wheel for managing the filter options as well as what displays in the grid. Most AFT affiliates represent members who are associated with just one employer. However, with the advent of charter schools and other type of organizing, AFT affiliates often organize more than one employer. Connect will display all of the employers associated with an affiliate. This is our training database, so it has more employers than most. For the purpose of this training video, we're going to select South Columbia University as the employer that we want to manage. Selecting this option will open up the detail page associated with South Columbia University. This includes basic summary information about the employer type, any subtype, employer code, whether it's a public institution, etc. It will also display the entire employment structure that has been entered for this affiliate. The employment structure can be managed by selecting to add structures, locations, or categories, or by clicking the Edit option above. Custom fields are actually created under the Affiliate tab. For example, 2 custom fields have been created here. Does this employer receive any federal funds? And if so, what type of funds? Next, let's take a look at managing employment detail. To do this, let's click the Edit option. This opens up an edit screen that we can use to manage all the information associated with this employer, including basic employment details such as the name, any parent organization, the employer type, as well as contact information, and any comments that we want to enter. We can manage work locations by clicking on the Work Location option. This displays all of the current work locations associated with this employer. We can edit a work location by selecting the pencil icon. We can map a work location by selecting the globe icon. And we can delete a work location by selecting the trash can. Work locations can be added by clicking Add Work Location. For example, let's assume that there has been a new building that has opened up associated with the main campus for this university. Let's go ahead and add this building. Begin by selecting the parent location, in this case, main campus. Now let's give this new location a name. Next, let's give it a type. In this case, this is a building that's associated with the campus. At this point, we have completed all of the required fields to add a work location. However, you have the option of adding an institution type, a work location number, area, website, and the physical street address for this location. Let's go ahead and add the engineering building. Let's go ahead and add a worksite structure option. Clicking on this option will display all of the worksite structure information currently associated with this employer. Again, we can edit it by clicking on the pencil icon or deleting it by clicking on the trash icon. Let's add an additional structure information. First, we have to name the structure. In this case, let's create a department. In this case, let's add a new college that's associated with this university. Let's give it a structure type, which is a college. We would have the option of associating it with a parent structure or work location. Neither are required. And let's go ahead and click Save. The School of Business is now an option in our employment detail. However, we might want to add some programs under the School of Business. Let's go ahead and add an accounting program. I'll begin by clicking Add Structure. We'll define this as accounting. We will indicate that this is a department and that this department is associated with the School of Business. I will now click Save. The same method of adding employment detail can be used to manage job categories. Selecting job categories will display all of the current job categories in our database. Again, we can manage them by either editing them or by deleting them, or we can add additional job categories.